Hello. My cat is being a little dingus dungus right now. He's drooling a lot, and it's really gross, but he's really cute. So, like right here, it's kind of wet because he keeps drooling. Hi. So yeah, we're gonna play a Mortician's Tale. This is the music for it, but let me turn it down a bit. It's about a mortician. Yeah, it's about an hour-ish long. So, we're just gonna vibe with that. Vibe with a mortician and my cat who's having a moment. So yeehaw. September 14th, 10:15 a.m. Is it WSD or... Oh, click. Okay. Fixing my mic, sorry. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet ya. My name's Matthew. I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and helps with some of the more heavy lifting. He's so precious. Thank you. Ever hear that joke about hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy's a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck. Matthew J., Funeral Director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director. Okay, here's another one. Cat. Yes, cat. Hello everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte, or Charlie, as she told me she likes to be referred to. Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career with us at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Sincerely, Amy Rose. Hello, Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremation station, cremulator station, embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. Cats make me die? Well, you're allergic, aren't you? I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Best, Amy Rose. Yeah, see, well then that makes sense why you die. I'm very much allergic to every single tree in existence. I guess my subject lines to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals. Can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. I love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. I didn't even know Mom and Pop had funeral homes were a thing until now. Guess it's just not... Kitty, what are you doing? Guess it's just not something I really think much about. I should look more into this, learn more about your world and industry because, as I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London and not London on serial killer capital Canada. Wait. Oh, Ontario? I don't know what things mean. You're allergic to everything? Yeah. To work in a museum. Like, take that. Everyone who said I couldn't get a job with an art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face and that you hear my excellent British accent impression. Also, I signed up for Funerals monthly newsletters. Consider it your graduation gift. I love you. I'm super proud of you, gift. Love you, love you, love you, Jen L. Aww. Is there more here? No, that's it. Oh, okay. Hello, Charlie. Hope you settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier, if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Mrs. Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Mrs. Garcia in the prep room. Special request for my mother's funeral. You cat cute? Thank you. Dear Mia, I read that as Dear Marie and was about to break into all-time low. Dear Marie, count me in. I'm still going through my phase, okay? Of course, we will happily oblige your request for no embalming and for a closed casket. I'll ensure our funeral director receives your request. Take care. And is this just her saying that? We're happy to be with Rose and daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand. You're in between my legs. Can I move you up really quick because you're falling? Here we go. We're happy to be with Rose and daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed in these situations, but if you can kindly not embalm my mother, that would be greatly appreciated. And we will proceed with a closed casket for the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted her death to have any negative impact on the environment, and since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments to be counter to the way she lived. Tips for good etiquette at a funeral. Thanks for subscribing. Each month we bring you a new newsletter featuring a topic pertaining to the death industry. This month is all about good etiquette for attending a funeral. I really can't believe we have to write this one out, but since we said we'll answer your most popular questions, here we are, because this is definitely one of the most popular questions. Funerals are a hard time, and we understand that, but here are some quick and easy rules to remember for being respectful at a funeral, generally following the guidelines of don't be a jerk should work. Don't be on your cell phone. We understand you're busy, but this is a time and a place to disengage. If you have to be on your cell phone, don't do so inside the funeral home. Don't be loud and obnoxious. You can share happy stories, but other people are also grieving, working through their own healing process. Being quiet gives other people space they might need. Don't get drunk. Everyone can deal with their feelings in their own ways. Just remember to be respectful when with the grieving family and friends. He's not really. I'll keep this here, but you can see me petting him. Happily reminisce. Sometimes remembering happy moments and positive experiences with the deceased can be a productive part of the healing process. Give condolences. It's not easy knowing what to say to someone, but even a simple "I'm thinking of you" can go a long way. Dress appropriately. What this looks like will change based on the customs of the deceased and their culture, but always dress in a way that shows respect to the deceased and their grieving family. Give a gift or sign the registration book. This can be flowers or a nice card, but it's the thought that counts here. Sometimes it can be even just cooking a dinner for the grieving family. Anything that shows you care and want to help them through the healing process is what matters here. Be kind and helpful. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I have to respond. Kitty, you wanna move over here because you found my headphone cord. Oh, are you gonna go down? Oh, no, you just want my headphone cord again. That's my arm. This is the prep room where you were. Oh, there we go. He's going down now. I'll go ahead and turn the kitty cam off for now, since he's now playing with a toy. And then, if he comes back, I'll turn the cam back on. This is the prep room where you prepare bodies for burials and viewings. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you are just going to clean the body. Click the sponge and grab it over. This is the sponge. Is this what I'm doing? Okay, yeah. Oh, I have to click. Okay, click on the sponge, so I have to hold it. Gotcha. That's it, you're done. Mrs. Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. My hair is all tangled now. I just brushed it, but then he was playing with it. so it's all over the place. I apologize. Miss Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. It's time to go to Miss Garcia's funeral. You are responsible for taking care of the deceased bodies, but it is also important to pay respects to their loved ones. Follow the arrow to head to the funeral parlor. Do I talk to people? Oh, wow. Okay. I think I might actually miss this sweater. She used to knit for me now. Aww. Yes, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. Embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? It seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that. Or into the sewer. That's what they must do to double formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Stop it, don't make me laugh right now. Oh, a little dark, but oh well. Mommy, I'm angry. Wait, does that say when can we go? Damn, that kid is just not wanting to be here. She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. That's, yeah, I guess. Oh. We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Oh, okay. Interesting. October 11th, 10:09 a.m. I am so frustrated right now. Or is this... Okay, so this is the first one. Can I rant for just a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody cough, male colleagues cough, get on my case for wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse. It's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, even though dress codes are such sexist BS anyways. Like, I hate how their misogyny gets veiled in faux concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condescension is hurting my head. Ugh, sorry. I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a little bit when I've cooled off a bit. Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing on her corset. It's fascinating because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting or hysteria, sigh, it's actually been associated with visceraptosis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen, right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, TLDR, corsets probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of condescension about my wardrobe that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically research, and yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. Aww. Next job. Okay, there's no more to this one. Hi Charlie, here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family is very happy with you. No small feat. Of course, pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval. An elderly man died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie Duval if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as she can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Best. Just passing this message along. Thanks for the hard work, Charlie. Oh, okay. Hi, Amy. Please pass along a deep thanks to you and your staff for a wonderful job that you did with our mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share a home-cooked meal, sharing stories, being there together, it meant a lot. So what I'm saying is it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in that way. And I know how much that was do to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Best, Mia. Hello, updating me what this is, please. I'll see you, kitty. Thank you. I did have the kitty cam, but then Willis wanted to play with his toy, so I turned it off for now. He was also drooling on me a lot, which was kind of gross. But this is a Mortician's tale. It's right now a girl just got hired to work at this, she's working as a mortician, and basically what I'm doing is going through my emails right now. This was my last job where I cleaned a body. This is my best friend ranting to me about misogyny. I totally understand. This is talking about what my next job is, but I'm not getting it yet because I want to read through the rest of the emails. And so yeah, it's a pretty chill game. It's about an hour long, it's said, but I might take a little longer because I'm wanting to read through everything. I don't know. Hey there, Charlie. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on their last trip around town, and I was thinking, strange, I know. Did I ever tell you the first time I went to a funeral? I was a teenager about to start university, and a friend of mine was killed in a car accident totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff, messed me and my friends up real good. But so, the big day, we all got into our best suits and dresses and packed ourselves into a few cars. There were a lot of us, so we had at least 3 different cars full of us. Like hound cars, While we're in the process of going to the cemetery, somebody in our car got a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some asshat driver who doesn't know to not get in the way of the procession drove through the intersection and smashed straight into our friend's car. Nobody's hurt, thank God. But can you imagine getting that call? Anyways, one of my friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing. Just laughing her ass off in that way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they've gone fully off the deep end. And she laughed, and then we all started giggling because, go figure. Life is messed up sometimes, There's no moral, no point to that story, I guess. Just remember that story and wanted to tell you, because we work with death all the time, and I still sometimes get caught off guard by what that actually means. Oh, before you get an idea, this has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later, and is nothing unremarkable. Somebody has to do it, and I have a strong stomach, so why not? I'll see you in a bit, Charlie. Funeral director. Dang, what a story time. Funerals Monthly. What's this one about? We all know everyone wants to be respectful at funerals. Don't talk too loudly, be kind, smile, and refrain from making inappropriate jokes, at least around the grieving family. Hey, sometimes some people do need a little bit of a pick-me-up during such hard times. Who are we to judge? And a big part of that is knowing what to wear. Roman Catholic funerals tend to lean more to the formal black attire rule, and it works for us. Did you know this goes back to the days of the Roman Empire, where people would wear black as a symbol of mourning? Black isn't universally a symbol of mourning, though, and if you're attending a funeral that is from culture that is not your own, it's important to understand this. Some colors have different meanings, and despite your best intentions, the wrong choice could mean accidental offense. For example, in Hinduism and in Chinese cultures, white is a typical color for funerals. Sorry, I saw my cat and he scared me. For Islam, though, it is less about the color you are wearing and more about how modestly you are dressed. Refrain from wearing any elaborate jewelry and be respectful of your behavior. For Sikh, I don't know how to say that. Funerals, color of the clothing isn't as important as is dressing modestly and being able to appropriately sit cross-legged. Hey. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Calm down. Actually, being respectful is just the number one rule for any funeral, no matter what, really. Remember that, and please don't hesitate to ask what is and isn't appropriate to wear. If you aren't attending to support a friend, family member, or partner, this day is not about you, so be sure to do whatever you can to be as respectful and supportive as possible, even if that means not wearing what you're used to wearing at a funeral, or even if it just means asking how you can appropriately show your respects. I think that was, I don't know. Next job. Boop, boop. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Click the sponge and drag it over to clean it. Click on the razor in the body to shave. In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag on eye cap on each eye socket to give it shape. Are these eye caps? Okay. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag on the glue onto each eye to shut it. Dang, okay. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag on cotton balls into the mouth to give it shape. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread and jaw to close it. Click and drag the lotion over the body to moisturize it. This prevents the skin from drying out. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision. Kitty, why are you meowing? Do you want up? No? Meow, what is it? Let's see if he stays up here. I'm not sure. He can't be on the keyboard. You need to go into tube for draining the blood. Click on the cannula and drag it into the quartal artery. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think I did it. The embalming machine. Grab some additional tubing. Okay, I don't know. This makes me so uncomfortable. Yeah, it's very strange, but I was really interested in it. You don't have to watch if it makes you uncomfortable. It's literally being a mortician for an hour. He's gone already. It lasted for a good minute. He's a little too playful right now, so that's probably why he's not wanting to stay in one spot. In order to even massage the body. No, yeah, the concept is so weird, but I was really interested in it. I was just interested in the whole idea of what it's going through, because I know we get to do this, but then I like reading just the different stuff that it was going about. I can read the description as well of it, but it was just interesting to me, and so I thought might as well give it a try, especially since they say it's about an hour long, so it's not like something I'm gonna do for like hours on end. He's playing with literally nothing on my bed. Maybe I should throw a toy at him really quick. Okay, hold on. Kitty, do you want a toy? He got it himself. So the incision. Almost done. You'll need to drain the organs of any remaining fluids. Click on the trocar and then click and hold on the abdomen. Okay, hold on. Okay, all the liquids have been drained, so I have to wait. Oh, okay, that one didn't complete yet then, I guess. Okay. Also, if I'm lisping a bit, it's because I have my retainers in. Not my retainers, my aligners in. And for some reason, they're just making me lisp right now. He'll lay on me for a good amount of time, but right now he's just super playful and having a moment. I just have to make sure he doesn't accidentally like knock something down that's expensive, like my TV. Although he's been pretty good at avoiding the TV so far, knock on wood. Hi. But we'll hope for the best. And you're done. Mike will take care of Mr. DeVoe's makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend the funeral. This game is mostly emails, preparing the body, going to a funeral, and that's kind of the story of it, and just sounded really interesting. Plus the art style is kind of cute. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. Oh, white? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many different traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Interesting. That's good. My cat knocks so much shit down. It's awful. He's been, well, this morning was pretty rough because he's sleeping in the bathroom right now, and he destroyed all of my toilet paper. Well, I had like one roll left that I was depending on before I could go to the store to get more toilet paper, and he was like, it's mine now. So he destroyed it, and I had to take my roommate's toilet paper because I needed to go to the bathroom this morning. It came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and the next, poof, the person is gone. Just like, gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about it for too long. Like staring at the sun. I start to feel fuzzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. Aw. What's this kid doing on your Nintendo DS? How dare. My cat tears open bread bags and eats the bread. Dang. I think he used the litter box and I had to check if he got any litter everywhere, because sometimes he does that. And pay respects. There we go. December 2nd, 10:22 a.m. Yes, email. I'm gonna start from here. LGBTQ funerals. Okay. What's this? Respect. If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follow us on social media, you've no doubt heard about the misgendering that transgender people are at times subject to during their funerals. There have been notable situations where trans women have had their wishes overruled by their families and have had their hair cut, are buried under the wrong names, and subjected to the wrong pronouns in their obituary announcements. We care a lot about this because we believe in treating every person with the same level of compassion, respect, and care, and this absolutely extends to pronouns and respecting the deceased's wishes as per their lived experiences. The CDC's Funeral Director's Handbook on Death Registration and Fetal Death Reporting offers the front directive. Enter male or female based on observation. Do not abbreviate or use other symbols. If sex cannot be determined after verification with medical records, inspection of the body, or other sources, enter unknown. Do not leave this item blank. Leaving it up to observation obviously enters into a world of issues since bodies can be so different, and because of ingrained bias, people can draw incorrect assumptions based on their own inaccurate observations. California has passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states that the death certificate must reflect the deceased's gender identity as they lived it. So, a step in the right direction. People who are trans deserve the same respect in death that people who are cisgender receive. Misgendering in death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that survive the deceased. So, what can we do as funeral directors? Listen to the people who come into your office. In America especially, some marriages may not be recognized as legal depending on the laws around same-sex marriage. But this doesn't mean you're not dealing with two people who have loved each other in the same way as another couple. Listen, learn, and always be respectful. While you have to work with the next of kin, your duty is to also ensure the deceased receives the utmost respect in their burial. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them. I love that. What's this? Hey Matthew, this is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and I don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terribly inconvenient if I cut you a check for next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing and I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I assure you this won't happen again. Amy Rose. I don't like the look of this, not one bit. I know you've only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent this to you. Also, I'm starving, so I'm going to grab some fast food before taking the hearse through the car wash. 2 birds, 1 stone. And swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? A beef and cheddar? I'm going to take the hearse through the drive. Of course, it freaks people out. I love it. They get so awkward. Let me know. I'm heading out in 15 minutes. Jen Love. Okay. Charlie, I was doing some reading. I know you hate when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. There's this dating site that's specifically for people working in the death industry. I didn't know that was a thing. Or maybe it just is for this game. I don't know. Okay, so maybe I'm a little worried for you. You haven't mentioned anybody new since the breakup of 2014 that we will never speak of again after this moment. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask about your day, so maybe meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea. Just promise me you'll consider it, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. I know you look like a babe with pale skin and witchy gothy aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a good thing. Mom ran over. I'm going to try it out because turns out people get super scared off when you tell them you work in a museum filled with dead bodies. Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't know we were this weird to outside people. Sorry, my cat scared me again. He's freaking out. He's having the time of his life. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who is as much of a weirdo as I am. Miss you. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Meat, isn't that the best name for a death industry dating website? Tinder rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works yet, though. Hi, Amy. Thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Passing on this lovely thank you note. Hey Charlie, today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing family, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Best. Okay, I'm on it. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we'll need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Click and drag the necklace onto the purple tray. We need to identify Mrs. Hall's remains. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it on the coffin. Kitty, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, I noticed my monitor was shaking, and it's because he was playing with something under my desk. And place it on the coffin? How do you want me to do that? There we go. Great, Mrs. Hall's all set to be cremated now. They put the entire coffin in there? Or is that just for the game? I'm not sure. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. Using the cremulator will break those bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremator. Okay, click on the urn and drag it to the cremulator. Is it this or is it this? Okay, click and drag the bone fragments and drop them into the top. Oof. Is this something? Now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back onto the counter. Back onto the urn, click on the necklace, drag it to the urn. Don't forget the tag. Click. Last step, lid. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. This game is like so weird but really interesting to me. I really like it so far. I don't know how much longer it is, but I really like it so far. I think it's neat. Glad she was cremated and not in like an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. This is nice in a weird way. She'd like that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. Aww. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. Aww. February 14th, 10:14 a.m. Bruh, my heart. I know. I knew this game was probably gonna make me like attack me right in the heart. My heart's right here, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm bad at anatomy. So David. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start from down here, I think. You've lived your life mindful of the environment. Hold on, I'm gonna drink the rest of this Gatorade and I might end up having to fill this with water or something because my throat's starting to hurt from all the reading. You've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution and generally help out where you can. So why not continue doing that even in death? At least that's the thinking for a lot of people who are turning to green or natural burials. Natural cemeteries are becoming more popular and are focused on a few rules. Mainly is that bodies aren't allowed to be embalmed with chemicals that can damage the environment, and bodies must be buried in a biodegradable shroud or casket. Not only is this better for the environment, it's also cheaper. At Union Cemetery in Ontario, Canada, a natural burial is just over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, just maybe not so good for big business. Let's not forget people. This is still business after all. But really, why go green? Green burials help preserve natural resources, work to reduce carbon emissions, protect the health of those preparing bodies, and preserve natural habitats. Embalming fluids tend to contain formaldehyde. I don't know how to say that. And funeral directors report a higher incidence of leukemia. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors while at the same time lessening the impact we have on the environment after we're gone. We here at Funerals Monthly think green burials are pretty cool. What do you think? Reply and let us know. That's pretty neat. Challenger approaches. Charlie, I've been playing a new game when things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Get it? Get it? It's like Minesweeper, but way harder. Like seriously, it's really, really difficult. And I thought my Minesweeper game was on point after working that overnight front desk job at that hotel for 3 years, but I must have gotten rusty. Anyways, instead of mines, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghost. The main character also kind of looks like you. Want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurants we go to when one of us is in town next. I love her. Hi Amy, I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if you were ever having troubles, I should reach out. And you know, somebody I could talk to about all this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full good life and was very happy, and that she's not in any pain now, but I feel empty, Amy. I've never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was stronger than this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? I don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough with hard work and the will and trying to just be the best mom she can. I need somebody to tell me that it'll be okay. Thank you, I'm sorry for being an inconvenience. Why does that hurt my heart? Okay, I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with grief counselor or other professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult and family isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I would be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a little tired today, not my usual self. And it would be good for you to start building these kinds of relationships on your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. It's fine. Hi, Amy. Yes, are there any special instructions you want to pass along? Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that would need to be removed. Please see the note below the pacemaker. This can be tricky. Okay, Amy. Hi, Amy. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our request for my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service and she would have been happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Sincerely, is it Margarita? Margarita? I don't know. Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this thank you note. Okay. Hi all. It was with very heavy heart that I write to you all know that Rose, hold on, I just realized I have another tab here. I could be doing this? I didn't know. I'll play that later. And daughters will no longer be in business. I had no idea how to start this email, and resources I got told me that it would be best and easiest to break the ice. Be direct but remorseful, Google said. The truth is, I don't really know what to say. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways. And you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes, larger corporations than we are that can take more business and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. So we've been bought, or sold. Or I sold, either way soon, Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc., a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes. Though honestly, I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. I don't know how to feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point either. I've signed the papers, at least my father's legacy is still intact somewhat. They have good reputation and have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you weren't without a job. So I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I would have loved to have a company lunch, but I didn't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier for me, please understand. Aww. What's this? Click, left click, dig. Ah! Did I lose? Dang. Well, I don't know what this means, if I'm being honest here. It's really interesting. Ah, frick. I don't know what any of this means. I'm bad at Minesweeper. I've given up already. Sounds good. I'll take care of it. So, their family-owned business is closing. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker that we need to remove before cremation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine. And we definitely don't want that. Let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. Contract the scalpel over to make an excision. You see the pace. Click on the forceps. And drag the pacemaker out of the heart. Oh, there we go. Put the forceps away, then place the ratification cap on the coffin. Oops, there we go. I really love the art style of this. Oop, it's the body. I really like the art style of this. It's really cute. Using the cremulator will break these bone fragments into ash-like remains. Okay, so I do this. Oh, the bones are so floppy. All done. Maybe we'll take iron alongside with flowers. The art style is super cute and really interesting. Yeah, I really like that. I like the purple vibe also. BRB, okie dokie. I don't know. It's just really nice looking. I really like it. I wonder where the kitty went. Oh, I think I see him. Once he starts calming down, I might be able to put the kitty cam back on. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed he really cared if I was there or not. Aww. Why does that hurt me? It looks really pretty. It does. I think it is really pretty. Did you ever clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but not really. Sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Stubborn. Aww. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could really use a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? What? I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Aww. This game is just super interesting. I really like it. I don't know how much longer it goes because it's almost been an hour since I started streaming. And this game is said to be around an hour-ish long. Okay, how's everything now? Things to avoid saying at a funeral. Oh, is this just... Okay. So the second tab is just stuff like this. Oof, money. Welcome back. Now we rarely do listicles here, but for this month's newsletter, we thought a listicle would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving friend can be extremely difficult, and since that's such a personal issue, it's hard to give specific advice. Some things will be more comforting to other people, but fortunately we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what to not say to someone who's grieving. So here it is, Funerals Monthly's top 5 things to not say at a funeral. At least they're no longer suffering. Even if this is true, nobody wants to hear this, / it's probably not your place to dictate. Who wants to be told that the death of somebody they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, don't be that jerk and just don't say it. Were they saved? No religious statements. Just don't. Why? Because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is not always comforting, it can also be insulting. There with the angels now. See above's note, then rinse. Repeat. Let me know how I can help. This one is tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask for help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need someone to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them. Take them to their favorite restaurant or buy tickets to see a movie together. I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't assume they will. Ask first. For a quick version of this list, it can be applied in any situation. Don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say, I'm sorry, if you don't know what else to say. Mushrooms. You've returned. Hello, welcome from your 2-minute BRB. I'm just reading emails right now. And Kitty might be calming down, so I might be able to get Kitty cam again. You hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you. I love mushrooms. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker. Look what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it, and I'm writing on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyways, the idea is that it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made with both people called biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose bodies, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients for the soil plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for use in grin caskets. I think this is what I want. It'll just be like Hannibal. Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. I love all the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If it's not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. But now seriously, I'm probably going to do this. There's no harm in planning ahead, am I right? I love her. Oh, this is different. Okay, so I have an option. Oh, okay. This is yeah, this is a hard one. Good day, Miss Rose. Disregard his son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we'll bring a check. Here's the thing. I don't like the disregard thing. I don't like that. I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront the situation yet anyways, they're never easy. Rose and Daughters has been asked to prepare the body of a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney or didn't have any witnesses sign his living will or his advance directive regarding these wishes. So his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. I hate that. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later in this afternoon. Is the suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let me know here. I don't know. Okay, I'm not comfortable with it, specifically for the point that they want to go against his wishes. Because he specifically wanted to be cremated, and they just were like, disregard his son's will. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. To me, that's just... I don't like that. I'm probably going to say I'm not comfortable specifically for the fact I'm upset with the family. What's this one? Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month, and I apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me, and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy. Okay, good. Right, that I'd pass this along to you. I think, yeah, I'm gonna say no, I'm not comfortable, specifically for the fact that I don't like that. I don't like the whole, like, he was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. So, yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. It's not the whole, like, situation, it's just that the family is against it, and I'm kind of mad about that, so I'm gonna say no, I'm not comfortable. Here is a different one. Oh, can I go back to check my emails? Oh, I didn't know that. The deceased family's asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body. I like that it gave me the option to choose, though. That it like asked, are you comfortable with this? Giving that option is always nice. Oops, put it down. There we go. I feel like if I were to do this in real life, I wouldn't be able to do this in real life. I just feel like I'd be too, like, squeamish about it. And I'm way too much, I'm a really sensitive person. I'm way too emotional. I don't think I'd be able to do something like this in real life. Oops, that's glue. You gotta hang this so fast, damn. It's pretty, I guess I've only done this, like, the full thing once, I think, but it's pretty simple because it's, like, all in order of what I need to do, so I just kind of remembered that. Where's Maria? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with the food. Did you try that amaretti? Yo, this food at this funeral is so good. I'm sorry, that's so funny to me. She's no longer suffering or in pain. Isn't that a thing you're not supposed to say? Yeah. She's in a better place now. She was too good for the film. Okay, thanks, Aunt Sandy. Dang, she did not know what's going on. I haven't cried since she died. Not once. How's Anna crying? Not me. I'm the one who lost a parent. Aww. Sometimes shock and stuff, you can't cry. Like, I've been that way before, like, with something. Sometimes I'll just, like, break down crying, but other times it's just so, like, shocking almost that I just can't cry, if that makes any sense. Also, sorry, something popped up, so you might have heard that. It doesn't look like her at all. Oh. This game is, like, so sad, but at the same time, like, I'm really interested. It's so hard to explain, but I really like this game. Oh, it's changed. Frozen Daughters operated by Hillside Heritage. Okay. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But I think this goes without saying. Funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with the death, but the goal is almost always the same: offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody is passed. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shamer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religiously focused. In the aughts in South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black called death beads. I've heard of death beads before. These also occur in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expenses of cremation. I've heard of death beads before, and I've like thought about it. Like, not just for like me, but I've talked about this with my mom before, because I think she said, well, one of the things is she wanted her cat cremated, which didn't end up happening because when he passed away, he hid and we never found him. But, one of the things is maybe, like, a bracelet with ashes or something. So I've heard of those before. And they're kind of interesting, kind of cool. Not all practices are somber either. Ever hear of the turning of the bones, or Famadana? I don't know how to say that. A ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar. Diana, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say that. As families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't a beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. Ooh. Oh wow. Oh wow to which part? The To which part? That's all I'm saying. I'm stretching really quick. Okay. Come increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. See everyone at the Upside Down jar next Thursday." Can't really write to us right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an inguinal hernia from 1750. I don't know how to speak English. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can even say this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you the link when we have it cataloged. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with feeling restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death positive people out there. Sounds like it'll be a safe place. Oh, is this a different person? Yeah. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. They will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out that memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes. We will expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be the leading way for that from now on. Okay, hold on. Hillside Heritage. Everything has changed, yeah. Can I say first off that this is bull crap. Ugh, knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your business for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. How much do they charge? Does it say? Well, they have funeral packages based on the people that'll show up. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow some steam, and emails aren't the really most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. Okay, it's this one. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Charlotte, we'll lower the details of our next client and ensure that you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you are done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Sorry, you're gonna evaluate how I cremate a body? I don't know how this industry works, so I don't know if that's normal. Ready for cremation. Remove the watch. Coffin. Great. I clicked. There we go. They're so floppy. Jewelry, tag, this. All done, Matthew will take this. I can't read. She was always so careful. Wore her helmet, signaled, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Have you heard of what's happening to the driver? No, I haven't wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them without asking about the legal ramifications of all this. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Aww. Should we do vigil at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine to binge watch something right now. I had to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No. Thanks, I mean, but no. I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have. Aw. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. No, yeah, I agree. This game is making me sad but happy at the same time. Because, like, I really like this game. It's really interesting and everything, but, like, it's also really heavy. And I'm just, like, having a moment. So glad it was cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. No, yeah, the concept is so interesting, and I understand it's supposed to be like this dark and emotional thing, but like home funerals. The appeal of a home funeral is apparent for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The idea of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried or cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Most families aren't given the option and assume this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming or other methods to make them appear more alive. But isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a longer period of time with their loved one's body, which can help them mourn or give opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they are taken to be buried or cremated. The idea of keeping the deceased bodies at home might sound gross, but it's important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved ones and to see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. Sorry, that's weird to me. I don't think I could do that. Not weird, but like that's different to me. Home funerals aren't just more intimate, but they are economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service, flowers, cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upwards to $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved one yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, but only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation or burial itself. I don't know if I could do that. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on what state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require funeral director's involvement, from signing the death certificate to overseeing burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book, but just note that this may be an option available to you and your loved ones if so choose. Hold on, I want to see. Hey. Hi. I want to see if I can get Willis, but I don't know if he wants my attention. Hi. My chair needs to stop making noises. Hey. Hi. Yeah. What? What? Do you want? There we go. I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs like a human being, Charlie. A human being. We as a species have seen the beginning of our end. Thanks, Jen. He's here to comfort us through this game. that Hillside Heritage Inc. retrieved a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, Charlotte. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as it is more cost-efficient of the two options. The first unclaimed body we'll be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation. Okay. I reviewed your request on behalf of the potential and family inquiries if we at Hillside Heritage Improvement can and will perform green burials. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals as they are not cost efficient. Okay. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage Inc. must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so we do try our hardest to convince the families requesting green burials to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming cancer belts instead. I trust you and ensure we don't lose any customers. That's so dumb. He is back. New rules. Code of conduct. I expect you to follow from now on while on premises belonging to Hillside Heritage Enterprises. First and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code from now on. Second, and most importantly to this, that no tattoos are to be visible. Wow. My character has tattoos. When speaking with customers and clients, I mean, I understand, like, not everyone wants to see the tattoos, but I don't know if that's just in your work area because no one is seeing her in her work area, so I don't know. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell. Always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. To purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food package from a factory the morning of the funeral. I expect all of you will change the step. This is annoying me. Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work. P.S. Also, I really want mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry. And no, I will not say hangry ever. I get it. I'm angry. Hey, you're falling off me again. I'm gonna pick you up. There we go. Is that better? There we go. I need a drink too, bitch. Me too. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during commit, so let's worry about putting his identification cab. Hold on. Cutie? It's like I live in Arizona or something and it's starting to get kind of hot. Kitty, will you allow me to put on the fan? Or no? I just wanna... There. Don't bite my arm. When did I give you permission? I never did. Oh, now you're licking me. I see how it is. Yeah. There's no food. Is there even anyone here? Oh no, there isn't because he was unknown. Dang. I wonder how much longer this game is. You can't be on the desk. No, no. But then again, I've probably been taking my time with this game due to the fact that I've been reading all of the emails. Kitty, no on the desk. We can call it a few different things, like flames cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide. Or perhaps more commonly, resomation? It's a technical name, though. It's actually alkaline hydrolysis? I'm bad at this. Hi. Whatever you want to call it, it's here and it's environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. He baby. He is baby. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment. He love you. Do you love me? Do you love me? No, thank you. That's my hair. Hi. 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 The way he looks at you, bro. I want a man in my life who looks at me the way Willis looks at me. Hi. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief amongst them. And water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious amongst. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali in water heated up very high, about 350 Fahrenheit. It's basically works like a sped up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade of the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary. I kissed her. What? Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. Special effects is so cool. Like special effects makeup. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into, like, the last two I saw, Jason, Michael, God, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. Aww. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento Mori. Memento Mori makes me think of Unus Annus. Even though I, like, only watched a couple things of Unus Annus, it just makes me think of that. Kitty, you're off camera. Your face is off camera. Or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of a Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know you have my support, no matter 100%, no matter what you decide. Oh, what am I deciding? What am I doing? I'm done. Oh, aww. Hold on. Charlie, it's official. I put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am with working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself. But you I am worried about. Kitty, you're biting me. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? Home funeral for my wife. Okay, hold on. Uh-oh, this is a big thing. Regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I will still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden, and we don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Oh, Kitty, are you gonna go? Or are you just, what you doing? Okay. Kitty, walk away. I just like to turn off the cam so then you just don't get this awkward crotch cam. He's licking himself. He might come back up soon, but I'm not sure. Understand you decided to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. He said, bye bitch. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends will... I hate you. Crotch cam. Hey guys. If I get 15,000 subscribers, crotch cam. No. I'm not reading this because he's angering me. Considering us in this hard time. They're not considering you. They want money. I'm so mad. I see you were not able to convince her to make a family to take stand at your funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read these enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see what we've lost any customer because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. I will not hesitate to punch you in the face. I'm never talking to you again. Kitty, why are you meowing? I'm over here. You don't have to be like, I'm lonely. Kitty, how did you get here so fast? Hi, welcome back. Meow. How long you want to stay here for, though? How long you want to be here? Hi. Hi. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us to access all of the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. We're excited for the opportunity with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 1,000 patients and receives over... He's gone again. Why does my cat hate me? Or are you gonna come back? What do you want? He's indecisive, just like his mother. Whatever, I guess. Oh, there was a register a business tab. Hold on, can I go back to it? Oh, is she looking? She's gonna start looking at to start her own funeral page or her own funeral service, isn't she? She's gonna start her own funeral service because she's like, fuck this place. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I apologize. Sorry. Is there a kitty on the back of my chair? Stop! My chair is very cheap, but I still don't want it destroyed. Fuck this place. That's exactly what she's doing. Hello. Let's start by cleaning the body. This game has been longer than expected, but that's probably because I've been like taking a longer time, but I think it's gonna be over soon. I still might... Kitty, jeez. I'm still most likely going to be streaming a bit longer because I might stream Phasmophobia with friends, but I want to get this finished. I'm an expert. I should become a mortician. You know what I just thought of? Morticia Adams. Like, wow, what a better name. But, like, she had the best name to be for the person she is. Wrong thing. This is it. No, wrong thing. This thing. Kitty's hiding under blankets. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh hey, what did you think of the trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I've heard that show is so good. I saw that video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. And they're gonna be unhappy that this is happening. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. My dad went and grabbed his cat and he ran away immediately. It's so cold in here. I think they have their air conditioner on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey. But what the chat guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want to know I loved her. Wish I had any other. I hate Chad. Oh, me and my homies hate Chad. I'm so sad. Yeah, fuck Chad. Oh. What's this? Charlie dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I'd do, don't stop it. Did she open? I slowly miss seeing Matthew's terrible sense of humor. Did I open my own thing? Can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for understanding for your work. You made it today. See you at 1 p.m. What's this? Congratulations on your new business. Oh my god, she did it. I'm so proud of her. I'm sorry. Charlie, I'm so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase, but you stuck through it like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying not to be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over to you. Yes, Charlie. What new job I am working for now? Open this email to find out. Hey Charlie, when I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering. It was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree. I'm thankful at concentrating on my driving skills since I'm now working as a, wait for it, bus driver. A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I didn't know how else to tell you. For some reason I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, might I add. I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping me for not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. Be seen. Oh, I'm so happy. Magnolia Forest. Oh, that's what she called it. That surround the funeral home. She does natural burials. The prices are a lot cheaper. Oh yeah, being transparent. The other place, like, didn't show anything. Yes, we stan. I love this. I'm not gonna read this whole thing because it's really... Infants are buried at no charge. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so happy. Why am I so happy about this? And look at, she's all pretty. Ah, I love her shoes. Magnolia Forest funeral home. I'm so happy at this. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much. But thank you for helping me give her a funeral she always wanted. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. Oh. I didn't know if I was able to talk to the other people, but... That makes me so happy. Mortician's Tale. That was such a good game. Aww. Crying in the club right now, me too. I'm so... Aww. That was so nice. I clearly missed half of it. Maybe. Pets. We love pets. I really liked this. Even though it was, you know, kind of, you know, what is it, like heavier? It was really like, it was really sweet in the end. It had a lot of meaning to it, and I really like it. In memory of... I'm so happy. I got this game in a racial justice bundle that I bought. It happened last year when there was a lot going on, and like with the world and everything, and it was helping raise money, and it was part of this giant bundle of a bunch of indie games that I got on itch.io. And this was one of the games that I've been looking at because it just seemed so... It seemed really sweet, and I'm really glad I played it. Let me see what the description is on it, just to read it out. It's a really good game, and I recommend it. It's $8.99 to buy on itch.io. It says, yeah, it even says it's a short but deeply meaningful experience, and it really was. I really liked this. Mortician's Tale is a story-driven, death-positive video game where you play as a mortician tasked with running a funeral home. Take on the role of a recent funeral direction graduate, Charlie, as she learns the ropes of the business and industry. Prepare the bodies of the deceased via embalming or cremation, attend their funerals, and listen to their loved ones' stories, and interact with Charlie's coworkers, clients, and bosses. Mortician's Tale is an informative, honest, and sometimes humorous look at the current state of and the future of Western death industry. It was such a nice game. I really liked